It was easier to accept yourself now, rather than later. Today, rather than tomorrow.
This sounds depressing, but then we're just like... Ballad of... What does that say? Ballad of... Let's laugh. And forget this is the last time we will laugh together. We've all been there.
Nope.
Oh, freak. So hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Laylah. So this is a very unique series on my channel. I have never seen anyone else create anything like this. I'm sure there's stuff like this, I just haven't found it. This is a series where we explore strange accounts on Instagram, and believe me when I say there's a lot of them. One of the biggest ones I find is the POV accounts, or like the imagine this scenario, very heavily inspired by character AI. This month, I've been just creating more chill, laid-back content due to health reasons, and so I kind of wanted to go back to this. It's been quite a few months since I've done this. So in essence, today's video, we're going to be exploring a very weird poetry Instagram account. Now, if you've ever heard the term insta-poetry, you might be familiar with how many people, specifically writers and poets, hate this form of content. Insta-poetry can best be summed up as like really poorly written poems and quotes that try to sell books, and sometimes they find success and sometimes they don't. And guess what? This gal found a insta-poetry account that writes some of the most confusing, almost nonsensical, weird poems that don't really say anything in the end. You know, like what I'm saying? I'm a big lover of poetry and art and all this stuff, so this is not an attempt to make fun of anyone for their tastes. This is just a fun little video, and we're gonna keep it all anonymous because we don't bully or harass people around here. Now, if you're into this kind of stuff, that's a-okay. I just found this account to be really strange. I don't think anyone could really categorize this as, like, true poetry, true art, but I'm gonna give you an example. You let me know what you think. Person A has depression and is clingy due to abandonment issues. Person B has a problem with commitment and is standoffish with love due to abandonment issues. Person A, shy, reclusive, self-conscious, and timid due to being abused all their life. Person B, aggressive, confrontational, callous, and a bully due to being abused all their life. Remember, you might not handle it the same, but the pain we're all going through is. Do your best to love someone. This is a printed sheet of paper. How is there a typo? I hope this is not from a book. I don't know. I don't want to buy poetry where the grammar is incorrect. That's a basic editing error. Works prayer. We've all been there.
Nope.
Oh, freak. We've all been here too long this week. Whiskey is capped. Marijuana and tobacco is lit in rotation. Motivation is lacking. Break. Tanks are empty. Break. Hope looks foobar? Do not send reinforcements. Over. Tell mother I loved her at one point. Another drunk girl tries to get to the bar. There's toilet paper strewn about the commode. Strange powders dust the tops of the toilets. I don't know what we're talking about. When I first found this account, hold on, I'm way up in your business, my apologies, I need some water. When I first found this account, I was like, maybe there's just some poems that don't really make sense, you know? And then I started looking through the account, and it's just like every single one makes zero sense, and it doesn't connect. And again, I'm pretty sure this is from a book they're selling. Most of our parents. Hey mom! Look! Socialist swine! Points at a group of homeless men. That means our economy is doing well, Timmy. You don't ever want to grow up and be like them. First of all, this ain't poetry, this is just a bunch of words friggin' slapped together on a piece of paper. But second of all, this child is pointing at homeless men, and the mother's like, well, this is how you know the economy's doing well, kiddo. And you don't want to grow up and be like them? What am I reading? I said before that time is only relevant to our lifespans. And if you follow any sort of quantum physics theories, you'll realize in a parallel universe, you're already dead. So, there is no more time left to live. Well, that's a bummer. Have confidence in what you're doing and where you're going is essential to never having a goal too far. Huh? Having confidence in what you're doing and where you are going is essential to never having a goal too far. Got it this time. Knowing what you're worth and being comfortable and unmovable in every stance you take will make sure the life you want is the life you have. The reality of Sid. If you ever put a hand on her, I'll feed you your own fingers. This is not poetry, though. See, like, this is fine. If you want to post stuff like this, you know, you do you. But my issue with this is not poetry. And if you don't believe me, take a look at the hashtags. I'm gonna have to blur that one out because it gives the account name. But it's poem, quote of the day, poetry, poetry community, poet society, poets of Instagram, poets of IG, poem, poetry lover, poetry is not dead, love, reading. Like, legit, how, in what, like, even if you are a more open-minded and, like, huzzah type of individual, even if you're more of, like, an open-minded, everything is art type of individual, which I tend to believe that I'm like that, what about this is poetry? It's called Unnamed, the reality of Sid. Who is Sid? Is it the kid from Toy Story? And then if you ever put a hand on her, I'll feed you your own fingers. Like, I know this is supposed to be like, oh, Sigma. I don't understand how this is poetry. And this is what intrigues me about this account, is that so many of these poems aren't really poems. Like, they don't even make an actual effort for some of them. Fuselage from Third Life. It doesn't mean anything anyway. The chalk lines redrawn over and over again in different shapes and pathways over blood-stained soil. It's all bullshit. Gentle gestures. The smiling faces of today. In a place where time is measured by the time elapsed since someone died, were reassuring. An avalanche of events would defile the reckless simp town. Months felt like years, and every memory is gray-washed and frigid. Looking back paints overcast skies around each structure. How is that gentle if someone's dead? One has a boyfriend that leaves. One has two boyfriends to choose. One has a child, he'll leave. One has one, he already left. One has all our freedom, and we all melt. Basically, we see a bunch of individuals in this poem that are just horrible people. One has a boyfriend that leaves. I don't know about that one. One has two boyfriends. Do they know about each other? One has a child he's planning on leaving, so bad parenting. One has one he's already left, meaning he's already become a deadbeat father. And one has all our freedom. What? Ballad of what does that say? Ballad of Ballad of Mojo Samson. What do you say? Let's have another beer. And get me out of this double wide. Let's cruise a back road.
Nope.
What? Let's cruise a back road and call some girls. Let's smoke this joint and down in Milwaukee before we go. Let's laugh and forget this is the last time we'll laugh together. What do you say? Let's have another beer when I get to South Carolina and we can drink in the sand. Sounds like you're getting high and drunk before getting in the vehicle. I'ma need you to stop that if you want to operate heavy machinery. I have a lot of questions about this poem, none of which this person will answer. Who is Mojo Samson? Why is this a ballad? This doesn't rhyme. Do ballads have to rhyme to be a ballad? What's gonna happen? Why are they never gonna laugh together again? This comes across as slightly threatening. Let's laugh and forget this is the last time we will laugh together. I don't know how to interpret this. Usually my interpretations of things at least is like, okay, I could see that. That makes sense. Like, I don't know what I'm reading. Battery trick. I have to text Frank today about the trick with the battery. Yesterday, I never could have invented today. Until I saw today, reinvent yesterday. Wow. Mother marry me. She swore by her narrow fields, catered to limited and fine grasses. She who dealt it, she who smelled it. She keeps me in tune with myself. What are we talking about?
It would be easier to accept yourself now, rather than later. Today, rather than tomorrow.
I wanted to do it like, you know, those Ford truck commercials, but my voice doesn't get that deep. What? I don't want to use their audio. Stop! I don't want to post a reel. Rituals. Another haul. I know I shouldn't. My lungs gasp at oxygen, my fingers painted yellow. Another haul. This one might kill me. My heart slows down, my brain grays my senses. Another haul. I know I shouldn't. I know this one might kill me. So is this like an attempt at horror poetry? Is that a thing? I feel like it is. Edgar Allan Poe? The thing with the beating of the heart in the floor? Yeah. I feel like that would be horror poetry, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What are we talking about? 85% of the time, I don't know. In 2013, they're quoting a real-life event, I think. I gotta change out the battery, bro. How does the person have almost 12,000 followers? Is what I'm asking myself. One last question remains. Are you the tranquilizer? Or are you the turkey? Eating and the same thing at the Lucky Dragon buffet. I don't know what kind of buffets you're going to, but 9. Like Mad Germans, 999! Regardless project's irrelevance, we still don't have male-female LGBTQ mannequins. Why? What are you talking about? Don't bite the hand that feeds you is lessened the instant you bite a fork, trying to eat the bit of fish. Spiders are plotting our deaths. From the spackled ceiling. Again, what kind of spiders are you encountering? Don't ever stop jumping fences, because they'll always be 6 legs ahead. How big are these spiders? Good things geckos have 20 toes and translucent skin and a hunger for the insanely creepy. Gobble, sticky tongue, gobble. What kind of So we all hear this extremely joyful music, right? But the poem, I-86, seeing you pull away, like red lights fixed on the tail of a car, left I slumped on the shoulder. Feeling like a burning lust that simmers till I'm forgotten, I loved it immensely. The more pain drained inward. This sounds depressing, but then we're just like... Why is this song so intense? Jennifer, come in, my love. Drop to your knees. Tell me the sins of the housewife, the bank loaner. Lay there, my love. Strip away the stress. Let's get naked. Tell me you can stay. Tell me you love me before you leave. Now kiss your husband. Good night, my love. Paul. What if UFOs are just cool stoners that crack the time-space continuum? Hey Siri, can you spell continuum for me?
Continuum. C-O-N-T-I-N-U-U-M.
I never knew that's how you spelled that. Thanks, babe. Siri left me. No, I just liked one of their posts. It's peculiar. China was. But that is possibly one of the funniest ways of phrasing that. Helen. I know a cute spot at the baseball park, but it's kind of far. We can sleep in the big back seat, steal from the store. Let's commit crimes together. We can smoke until the sun comes up and drink some more. I'll take you back to your boyfriend and call no more. Hood on, sweeping through early morning dews with wet shoes. I'm moving before the sun works up. Enough courage to break a shy dawn. When the energy and I meet, it knows not to ask me who I am, for this vague and insatiable question irks my every cell. My retort is always as simple as basic arithmetic, and yet as deep as still water. Me, where M is the multitude at which I exist, E is everything I am, need, and love. C is the myth that in this world, E equals MC squared means. That's where we're gonna cut it off for the night because I'm feeling like my lip is beginning to swell, and that's not something anyone needs to see. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're gonna cut it off. I also feel like I've burned through all of my brain cells reading. Everybody has different tastes, you know, everybody's into different things, and if this is your vibe, you do you. I feel like art is up for interpretation, and even the things that we may not personally like may reach someone else and make them go, wow, that hit me right here. So this isn't for me, and maybe it's not for you, or maybe it is, and maybe you're like, I actually really like this poetry. I didn't. And this is my channel. We're just kind of kicking it back this month with more chill, relaxed content, stuff that's easier for me to make due to health issues. So that's kind of what this is. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully you're all feeling really intellectual right now. So thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all here next time.